Hey, good afternoon, everybody. How y'all doing? Y'all know who this is. This your boy, Rob Thomas Jr., and this is the real news behind the news. Oh, yeah, man, today is a very cold Saturday here in Shreveport, Louisiana, December 7th, 2024. And I got two stories I want to talk to you all about. The first is a national story here in America. And again, when I talk about world politics, national politics, local and state, I try to put on the emphasis on how it affects you. Now, up in New York, you had the CEO of United Healthcare, Brian Thompson, who was basically, we're gonna say, unalived by a gunman. They have the dude's name. I'll post up links to this story, and I'll attach them into the comments. But the news media is acting like we should care, or we should be shocked, or we should just be outraged by this CEO of a healthcare company being unalive. But the opposite has happened, because we all know how insurance companies work. They get all your money on a monthly pay into a premium, and then 9 times out of 10, when you get sick or when you need your car fixed, when it comes down to insurance, you pay all this money every month. You might have been paying insurance for 10 years and never need it, but the moment you need it, these CEOs are basically trying to figure out ways of how they cannot pay you. You pay a deductible, they're going to charge you a high deductible or something if you're sick. When it comes to health care, they are literally denying people the stuff, the basic care that they need to get better. So right now there's a big manhunt going on for this dude who unalived that CEO, and they're trying to make the media, the mainstream media, is trying to make it like we supposed to give a fuck. Now, I hate when anybody loses their life, y'all. But you got to realize these insurance companies are some of the most evil people in the world, because their job is really not to pay your claims, but to deny you based upon certain little technicalities in your coverage plan. So y'all pay attention, because this is going to blow up. If y'all notice, now all these healthcare companies are taking the pictures and information of their CEOs off of their websites, as if they're going to stop American people here in America from being outraged at the fact when granny or when uncle or when mommy and daddy or when you needs health care coverage. These healthcare providers are going out their way to find reasons to deny you of the healthcare coverage that you deserve, that you paid your premiums for all this time doing that policy, and then they find reasons not to basically pay you. So what y'all think about that? Are y'all really caring about these healthcare CEOs who makes millions, $10 to $20 million a year, and one of their main primary sources is, notice, when you go to a grocery store, their job is to provide a good service. When you go and purchase anything, any other business, their job is to provide a good service. But with healthcare, their job is basically to find reasons to deny you when you're sick and need this service the most. You done paid all these money over all these years for premiums to guarantee you that you have coverage when you get sick. They're denying you coverage. Guess what's happening now across America? Everybody's like, I hate to say it, but everybody's like, who gives a fuck about Brian Thompson? He should have been doing the right thing. If he'd been doing the right thing, he still would be here walking with us amongst the living. Also, real serious news in world politics, you got the United States government is about to try to overthrow Syria. Y'all got to realize, going back to Barack Obama, I think it was about 2014, when they tried to overthrow Syria using ISIS, who changed their name to al-Nusra. Now they have a new rebel group who is nothing more than a spin-off group of ISIS, who has surrounded the capital of Syria and is now threatening to try to overthrow and assassinate the president of Syria, Assad. How does this affect you? Do you realize we still have 1,000 troops in Syria? I think it's Aleppo, Syria, stealing the oil from Syria. Yeah, our government has our military troops, your sons and daughters, stealing oil from the country of Syria. And when everything out, Syria cannot even touch their own oil right now because they basically have control of that oil field in Aleppo. They're taking the oil out of Aleppo, sending it to Turkey, and guess where it's going? To Israel. So y'all stay tuned because, again, your sons and daughters are being the ones asked to guard this oil field. And guess what? Russia and Iran is not happy about that because that is one of their allies. So y'all stay tuned, man. I'm going to be bringing y'all a little bit more and more on these stories, especially the Syrian story as it evolves, because, again, this has the potential for the United States military soldiers to be put in harm's way. Again, that means your sons and daughters who are in the military, who are stationed in Syria, in Aleppo, stealing the oil from Syria. So y'all pay attention, man. I'm going to come back again once we get more and more updates, because, again, breaking news, niggas. Syria, the country of Syria, the capital of Syria, Damascus, one of the most ancient cities in the world right now, is being surrounded by rebels, Islamic rebels, terrorists, who are getting money from your government. Again, our tax dollars are being used to fund an overthrow operation. We're trying to overthrow Assad in Syria. And again, your sons and daughters will probably have to pay the price because Russia, Iran, and all their allies, even China, is not going to allow this to happen. So y'all stay tuned. I'll come back and bring y'all more real news behind the news.